I'm still working through the issue from yesterday. I made some progress, but I'm not fully there yet. I'm going to keep digging into it today. I'm currently blocked on the API response. I'm waiting on feedback from the design team. Once I get that confirmation, I should be able to move forward. This turned out to be a little trickier than expected. I ran into a few edge cases yesterday. I need to circle back with the backend team on that. I'll follow up with them after stand-up. I'm planning to wrap this up today. The main piece is done. I just need to clean up a few things. I'm mostly done, but I still need to test it more thoroughly. I pushed a draft PR yesterday. I opened a PR, so feel free to take a look when you get a chance.
I addressed most of the review comments. There are a couple of comments I still need to respond to. I'm going to pair with Arturo later to unblock this. I think we're good on this from my side. No major updates from my end today. Nothing blocking me at the moment. I'm good to keep moving on this. I'm shifting focus to the next ticket today. I'm going to pick up the follow-up task next. This is slightly lower priority, so I'll get to it after the release work. I want to make sure we're aligned before I go too far down this path. Just to make sure I'm understanding this correctly, we want to handle it on the front end, right? I may need a quick sanity check on the approach. At a high level, the implementation is pretty straightforward. The only wrinkle is how we handle older data.
That part is still a little up in the air. We haven't decided yet. I'll call that out in the PR so reviewers have context. I found the root cause, and it looks like a config issue. The fix should be pretty small. I don't think this is a code issue anymore. It looks like this is happening upstream. I'm going to verify that today before making any changes. I'll double-check the logs and report back. I tested the happy path, but I still need to test the failure cases. I want to make sure we don't introduce a regression here. This should be ready for review by end of day. Assuming nothing unexpected comes up, I should have this wrapped today. I'm a little behind on this, but I'm catching up. I underestimated the scope a bit. I might need another day to finish this properly.
I don't want to rush it and miss something important. I'm going to break this into a smaller PR to make it easier to review. That should make the diff a lot cleaner. After that, I'll move on to the integration piece. That's it for me. I'm still working through a couple of details from the last ticket. I made good progress yesterday, but there's still a bit more to do. I'm going to keep digging into the remaining issue this morning. I'm currently blocked on getting access to the test environment. I'm waiting on feedback from product before I finalize the approach. Once I get that confirmation, I can finish the implementation. This ended up being more involved than I expected. I ran into a few inconsistencies in the existing data. I need to circle back with QA on that before moving forward. I'll follow up with them later today.
I'm planning to wrap this up before the end of the day. The core logic is done, I just need to clean up the tests. I'm mostly finished, but I still want to test a few more scenarios. I pushed the latest changes this morning. I opened a PR, so feel free to review it when you get a chance. I addressed the main review comments from yesterday. There are 1 or 2 comments I still need to respond to. I'm going to pair with Maya later to talk through the edge cases. I think we're good on this from my side for now. No big updates from my end today.
Nothing is blocking me right now. I'm good to keep moving on the next piece. I'm shifting focus to the bug fix today. I'm going to pick up the follow-up task after lunch. This is slightly lower priority, so I'll get to it once the main fix is merged. I want to make sure we're aligned before I make the final changes. Just to make sure I'm understanding this correctly, we want to keep the current behavior, right? I may need a quick sanity check before I finalize the PR. At a high level, the change is pretty contained. The only wrinkle is how we handle users without existing settings.
That part is still a little up in the air until product confirms. I'll call that out in the ticket so everyone has context. I found the root cause, and it looks like a data issue. The fix should be fairly small once we confirm the expected behavior. I don't think this is related to the front end anymore.
It looks like this is happening upstream in the service layer. I'm going to verify that today before updating the PR. I'll double-check the error logs and report back after stand-up. I tested the happy path, but I still need to cover the edge cases. I want to make sure we don't introduce a regression in the old flow. This should be ready for review later today. Assuming nothing unexpected comes up, I should have this wrapped before EOD. I'm a bit behind on this, but I'm making steady progress. I underestimated the amount of cleanup this would need. I might need a little more time to finish this properly. I don't want to rush the fix and create another issue. I'm going to split this into 2 smaller PRs to keep the review simple. That should make the changes easier to follow. After that, I'll move on to the cleanup ticket. That's all from me for now.